What is going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, subscribe. Of course, if you are returning legend, smash the like. And in today's video, I want to look at AGI and AITech, two projects that did really well for everyone. And for the best part of a year, they've just been sliding down the charts. Of course, we want to be fair to these teams. And by the way, before I even get to the video, open invitation to sit down with me on an AMA. If you could take that. I'm very critical because I tried to reach out to these guys and nobody responds. But let's look at these two in comparison. Okay, some of the community hold it. I'm not afraid to talk about a project that's not doing well now, because at the end of the day, my audience deserves the truth. I deserve the truth as a holder. Do I continue holding? Do I get rid of this shit? What do I do? And this video is going to be very quick, guys, because people need videos like this to be updated, right? And also to be informed and not to blindly follow information that they don't have any time to do research on. What's going under the hood? So the first thing I'm going to do for you is look at their current market caps and yearly performance. So this is the historical data for AGI. It is 92.5% down. Right? You can't sugarcoat that. And this is the historical performance of AITech, which is 92.4% down. Right? All-time high for AITech was September 28th. The all-time low was September 28, 2023. That was the low for all cryptos. The high came on March 13, 2024, over a year ago, which is probably the same for AGI. March 9th was the high for AGI, topping at 62 cents, and the low came round about the October 2023, the low for cryptos. Now, we know the charts are not in isolation. Crypto has not done well for a very long time. But when you walk the walk, when you have a lot of KOLs, a lot of people talking about projects, and then all of a sudden those people disappear and nobody is going to mention exactly what's going on, that's when you need to make a choice as to what's happening on chain. So I'm going to try and help you do that. If I go straight to the current metrics, so AGI is $95 million market cap, 151 million fully diluted, 4 million in trading volume, and of course, out of 3 billion total supply, 1.87 billion is in circulation. AGI. Dilution has actually, tokenomics have gone better because they've released more tokens. Right now, it's looking way better. 58 million, 75 million fully diluted. So it's almost fully diluted. The trading volume is $12.18 million. Amazing. That trading volume, keep that in mind at the back of your head, right? Total supply, 2 billion, circulating 1.5 billion. Way better than where it was. On a score, AITech takes the cake right there, right? Takes the points. Why? Smaller market cap, better tokenomics, okay? Right off the bat. The performance for the 12 months is an exact draw. They're both 90+% down, so there's nothing there. But what's happening behind the hood? So the first thing I'm going to do is take the Delysium contract and take it through Nansen.ai. And Nansen has what's called a token god mode. So here I can see stats that you don't normally see, which is, for example, by the way, big out to Nansen. I have a huge announcement to make because Nansen will be with me on the channel to do a live stream demo. So don't miss that. So market cap is down, okay? For Delysium AGI, volume is down 74%, indicating there is no interest right now generally in AI project, and in particular this project AGI. Buy pressure, 66.6% down, of course, and of course sells 42.86. You know, what are they selling to? These are probably selling at a loss. Of course, buyers are down 66%, of course, sellers. And over time, this is what I really do like to see. Unique wallets holding at least $1 is up by 0.6%, not a lot. And of course, liquidity is how easy can you buy and sell this token. And up to the, liquidity is not bad at all. this token had a lot of snipers initially when it first came out. And let's see what the condition of those snipers are. So transferred out 16, sold partially 6%, sold all 65%, bought more 7%, of course, and the current holdings of those are low. But what you will notice is public figures. This is absolutely horrendous. So public figure wallets, you know, those guys who, all of the KOLs, whales, you name it, public figures, because the term for public figures, I mean, definition of a public figure, right? There are a lot of public figures here with the token distribution, but those Joe Parises, for example, they're all out, right? So you can see in terms of the distribution score, what we're looking at here is holders are 5,298. And we can always check, and this is unique holders with at least a single dollar. Supply held by top 100 is 57%, which is a lot. Supply held by fresh wallets, very few fresh wallets, 0.03. Of course, a mine held by medium holder is about $100. But what's happening now is over the last few months, so top 100 addresses have increased their balance. And smart money is up by 2%, nearly 3% data here. So smart wallet is buying. And there are 36 kind of KOLs or public figures left in the project. There are 287 whales, up slightly. Sorry, not up at all, 0. And of course, exchanges have increased their balances by 6%. This is all over the last 30 days. Okay, so what you're seeing with Delysium AGI is that the chart is down, the buys are small, and of course we are off season. Now, if we do the same for AITech, let's go grab the contract address for AITech. You know what? I could just search it on token god mode here. AITech. So right now there hasn't been enough buying pressure for AITech. Now, one thing, AGI. What normally happens with these projects is some kind of whale money will flow in and all of a sudden the prices explode. However, is it really true? So if you look at the AITech chart here as well, which looks absolutely identical, just take it back, right? It's actually, yeah, there you go. It looks identical, you know, big pump, September lows 2023, massive pump, April AI hype, and then crash for the rest of it. But let's have a look at this. So market cap is down. Okay. Like I said, you know, their tokenomics have improved. Their volume is down. And of course, this is where the real difference is on chain. So they have, remember, AGI has negative buy pressure. These guys have positive buy pressure. So 895 new buyers, up 1%. Buyers, 6,460 overall buys, individual buys, whether that's bots or whatever, we don't know, but that's positive. And of course, less people selling, meaning 5,275 minus 1% sales. Now, if you look at the definition of sales, number of swap transactions where the token was returned to the liquidity pool, regardless of size. Okay. Sellers, slightly up overall. Buyers are slightly up as well. So 50-50 almost here. And yeah, so this is, you know, these are market makers at work, clearly. Of course, they've got CertiK and liquidity here is way, way higher. Remember 35,000 for AGI. This is 667. Say numbers. How easily can you buy and sell the token without causing significant price impact? Overall, 30,000 holders, okay, with unique wallets. That's a massive, slightly down, but you know, they take the biscuit here. Exchanges minus 122K. Top PNL. People have made significant money, especially the snipers of these types of projects, right? So Onchain, it looks like it is absolutely doing a lot from the dexes as well, from BNB dexes like PancakeSwap It's still actually, I need to measure what base is up to, but you can see here, this project has done massively well. And of course, holder balance remains to be strong. You can see here, balance of holders remains to be very strong despite the price coming down. That's always a good sign, right? And of course, that is, again, smart wallet up significantly. Top 100 address balance is up. And of course, whales remain to be consistent, and exchanges, okay, exchange volume is up by 29%. So that's very good. Now, distribution wise, you've got 30,000 holders as opposed to 5,000 holders. You have a supply that's held 43%, again better than AGI, that was 57 plus. Supply held in fresh wallets 0.18, and of course the medium holder here is the average $42 as opposed to $90 plus for AGI. So overall, what else are these guys doing? So that on-chain analysis is absolutely critical when you look at a project like this. Now, the good thing is, from a marketing perspective, so this is an article by Delysium in TradingView, for example, regarding Lucy AI. Let's see what Lucy is. Now, Lucy is an AI agent. It's a DeFi AI agent by Delysium AGI. Now, for me, I have actually played around with it. And of course, it is something that I would use as a content creator, as a community leader, as a market researcher. It offers many of the features that you can get from the likes of ChatGPT. It is possibly plugged into that anyway. And in the front, it is marketed as their own project, which is great. However, you need to, like, for example, this is what I'm talking about. You can actually run a report, content cards for content creators. You could do research on, on Bitcoin. You can do research on USDC. This is what they've updated us with. Now, I was initially concerned. Again, this is the Solana wallet monitoring risk analysis from Lucy. So Lucy looks like a very, very good product. Of course, Delysium AGI have always said that they got backings from the likes of Microsoft. And I've tested the Solana Wallet Risk Analyzer. I think that's decent, but I don't want to deal with shit coins. And certainly I don't want to spend my time to deal with these shit coins. However, you can actually generate things like Dune Analytics. You can mine data from the likes of Dune Analytics. That was good. Stablecoin tracker. That's also decent. The tokenized stock research. That's decent as well. And then, of course, you can do other market-related research. Again, the theme content card generator is decent. It's something that I would definitely use. Smart slide deck generator. Again, that's something that could be useful. GitHub code audit assistant. That's decent. That's very good, actually. And blockchain minigame sandbox. That's all decent. So they are working, they are doing things. They just, look, they do have, let's be fair, they have another AI project that's also taking their time. And that's clearly, you can clearly see they have way less holders than AITech. So AITech wins on that. AITech wins on the market cap argument, but Lucy, and again, they should be able to, guys, if you're listening to this and you're from AGI, more than happy for you to come and explain to the community how Lucy works and maybe set off some DeFi AI agents in the form of Lucy to actually do real things. I'm open to that. Okay. So overall, I was initially thinking, doing this research for this video, that they have left, but they're still there. Okay. But are they as focused? I don't think so. So from a marketing perspective, I can see that they've, of course, planned their agenda for August. They've talked about Lucy, but these are all things that I can get from ChatGPT right now. Blockchain for humanity at $100 million market cap, it seems to me, is a bit of a stretch, unless obviously they can confirm some kind of working towards Binance listing. And again, like I said, around 5 cents, it's way undervalued. So I'll give them a 5 out of 10 overall, because the holders are just lower. Now, AITech are the master tacticians, master manipulators of marketing, and these guys have been promising to deliver the data center. They've been sending grandfathers in Romania to build these data centers with their bare hands, brick and bone and mortar, human exploitation. Big up to them. Certec, they always know how to market. Now, of course, Niraj was talking about, I don't want to play this, but he was talking about forging, how difficult it is to forge and automate agent forge, makes automations really useful again. And that was difficult. It's the same thing, man. You know what you're going to get? Really what we needed to see in this video for me was, rather than the marketing jazz, the marketing BS that everybody puts out, does AITech still worth holding? Is it still worth holding? And the answer to that is yes. I've shown you the metric. There's a hell of a holders. And if you're conflicted between the two today, in my opinion, I think they're both very good projects. But Delysium has slipped and slipped and slipped. It may well end up being listed on Binance, but I do believe these guys have slightly better overall SHIB and the on-chain verification from Nansen.ai, guys. Use my link, right? This would be the best investment you make for yourself. I mean, like I said, I'm going to have Nansen in, but I'm able to do research that's beyond emotion. And that is absolutely, you're going to start seeing people copying this. And no, this is going to be very, very critical, guys. Look at it, do your research. Again, I'm not opposed to holding these two for a pump. But what I would say is, between the two, I think AITech looks like it's slightly, or actually the better value. And it's got the better metrics, got the better volume. For now, all the points go out to AITech, which gets a score of 7 out of 10 for me. Exactly the other, 3 points it will have once they start moving above 10 cents. But it's all price related. From a technology standpoint, from an on-chain analytics, 7 out of 10 versus 5 out of 10 for these two. Now, interestingly, Node, which I introduced you to a couple of days ago, could also be throwing spanner in the works, because Node's starting to pick up and it is targeting these two. So you have competition as well. Let me know what you think of the video. At least I'll give you an update on these. No one else is talking about them. Beyond the BS, this is exactly what you need to see before a market pump. Volume, money's king, follow the money. And you can see right here, at least AITech has 12 million. I'm sure Delysium will also have big backing, like, for example, Virtual Bacon previously spoke about it. So do not rule them out. I hold both of these projects and I'm comfortable with them. But this was head to head. I was actually surprised to see Lucy now finally getting her own page and fully active. So, we have to give them credit as well, right? Let me know what you think. That's what matters anyway. And let me know if you hold any of these projects, and I'll catch you on the next one.